All right, what is up, you guys, and welcome back. Today we're out here on West Bay once again doing a little bit of wade fishing, and so far we've had a pretty good day. I am also joined by Christian back there from MCDtv. I'll have all of his stuff linked down below, so make sure to go check him out. He recently started his channel like how long ago?
I started a while ago, but I started uploading seriously like 3 months ago maybe.
Yeah, so like 3 months ago, and he's going pretty quick, I would say. So make sure to go show him some support over there. And I think he's caught a trout and a flounder already, and I also have a trout and a flounder on the stringer. So y'all know it's gonna be a good video. I would show you these fish, but they're way over there, so I'm not gonna show you them. But this is one of those days where we got super lucky because the wind was forecasted to be blowing about 12 to 14 or more, but we got out here and it's blowing like probably 5 to 6. It is glass, very calm, and it's really humid. But anyways, the fishing is good. I'm gonna put this camera up and try to catch some more fish to put on the stringer. All I need is a redfish, and it'll be a Texas slam, which is the goal. So stay tuned, guys, and let's see what we can get into. Feels like a trout. All right, I'm on. Did not have the camera recording. Feels like a nice trout. Yeah, it is a little trout. Probably not a keeper, might be close though. Nah, he ain't gonna keep. He's about 14. No, okay, he'll keep. Let's go. I've been throwing the lure all day. This is my 3rd bite. If this dude's a keeper, I'm definitely gonna be putting him on the stringer. Let's see. He's gonna be close. He's a fat guy, but not too long. He's gonna be close here. Oh, don't lose him. I always say to put him on the stringer before you take the hook out, but the hook fell out, so that ain't happening. Yeah, he's about 16, so he's gonna go ahead, go on the stinky pant stringer right here, and we're gonna try to get some more. Usually whenever you catch a little one, there'll be other ones with it, so maybe we'll get on some fish here. I'm gonna throw the lure back out, work this area for a couple minutes, and then if nothing, move on. All right, I got a bite just a minute ago working these pilings, and took half my shrimp, cast it right back out in the same spot, and turns out it was a little sheepy. So pretty typical. Bit the shrimp in half. Perfect teeth marks down the side. This guy is not going to be a keeper, which is all right. Still a fun fight. We're gonna get him out, take a look at him, and then let him go. Bam. Nice guy, all lit up. Just a shrimp on a jig head. A little piece of shrimp, just a tail. Pop him off, see if there's some more around these pilings. All right, we're on again. No, I don't think so. He chased it. I think it's a red or something. Oh, it is a flounder, dude. Another big one. Guys, I really haven't been recording it all today. I've just been turning the camera on if I get a bite, and this was one of the weirdest flounder bites I've ever had. It was like he chased my shrimp down as I'm reeling it in, and I thought it was a red or something. I loosened the, loosened the drag, play him out. Oh, dude, I've never had this much trouble, man. This man is lively. There's probably water on the camera, my bad, guys. At this point, I'm just worried about laying this dude because for some reason he just won't give up. That's a big flounder. Let's go. All right. I got bit. I missed him right before Christian caught his flounder. And then I cast it back in the same spot 3 or 4 casts later, and he chased it down, and it resulted in like a nice 19-inch flounder, probably 18, 19, somewhere around there. We're gonna throw him on the string because he's going home too. Ooh, and there's a catch and cook coming at you guys. All right, so basically what I'm throwing here is something that y'all always see on the channel, but if you're new here, I'll go over it. It's just a jig head. Right now I'm throwing a 1/8 because there is no wind, but I'm throwing a 1/8 jig head with a shrimp just hooked by the tail. And this is one of the best ways to catch flounder in my opinion. All you do, take it, pitch it up to the piling. All right, I'm not gonna lie, that one went right over the piling. Anyways, you just take it, pitch it up to the piling, let it hit the bottom, and then just slowly drag it off and wait for that thump. All right, guys, well, I was just working my lure as we're walking to the next spot. We left the pilings because we weren't getting any bites, any more bites, I should say. So we're walking up to the next spot, and I just got chased up on my lure pretty much on the surface as I was walking. So unfortunately, I don't know how this thing wasn't recording because I clicked record, but it froze. So I missed a bite, but that's all right. We're gonna keep on working the lure. And honestly, that made me think that a topwater would probably be pretty good right now. So I'm gonna check my box, and if I have one, I'm gonna throw one on. And if not, we're just gonna keep working this soft plastic. All right, well, we were just talking about catching stingrays, and of course I cast up near the grass line and hooked into a pretty big stingray that keeps sucking himself to the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk up to the grass, but I just lost the door to my GoPro, so I have to find that first. Now I'm gonna walk through the grass, try to drag him up on the beach and unhook him there. Because this thing I don't think is small, because he's like literally pinned to the bottom. All right, that's the plan. I have like 10% on my GoPro, but this stingray is stuck to the bottom. It's probably like the biggest stingray I've ever hooked. And we're just shuffling our feet because I caught him up near this grass, which, you know, is weird because that's where we were going to walk. So I'm glad we didn't. It's probably a good thing that we hooked this. But so now we're going to try to work our way up here. And this dude is just, if he wants to go, he can go. I can stop him, but he doesn't do anything. Probably should, like, look, dude, he's just stuck. Trying to bounce him, unsuction him from the bottom. Tell you what, it's a fun fight though.
Yeah, I was just holding him and he was going.
I guess I'm gonna try to land this thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe end up having to cut him off, but I really don't like to do that. All right, well, I keep turning off the GoPro because this is taking forever, but we made it up to shore. This dude, I mean, there's nothing I can do. I hate cutting the line because I don't want all that line in the water, and I don't want him to be hooked. But at the same time, like, I don't think I can land this fish on this reel, and he's gonna be so tired out if I do land him that it probably would just kill him anyways. But I'm gonna give it a shot for about 5 minutes, and then if nothing, I'll walk my way out there and cut the line as close to him as I can get without dying. Somehow, about a minute later, I've managed to break him loose to the bottom, and he's coming in. Let me tell you, my arm is wore out. Now he could just feel, oh dude, he's huge. Oh my gosh. He's stuck on the bottom again. He's right here though. He's literally, I'd say, 10 yards off. I'll unhook my weight back. Oh, he just broke off. I'm thinking that he must have been foul hooked in the wing because there's no chafing on the line whatsoever. And there's that is, dude. I'm telling you what.
Bittersweet.
If you want a good hook, dude, these things are like a $2 at Academy for a pack of 10, and it did not straighten out on like a monster stingray. Might be, I don't know. Oh, did he come off or did he just swim towards us? All right, I'm hooked up, guys. Dude, that was the fastest run ever towards us. Hooked up on a live shrimp, cast it out, missed him. Now he is here. Oh, a little red. I thought that was a big trout at first. There we go. That is a Texas slam right there. Not a keeper red, but hey, if we caught one, there's more out there. Somehow, even though the tide has stopped moving, the bite is on for some weird reason. But hey, I'm not gonna complain. That right there, officially caught. Ooh, bunch of dots on him. Is a West Galveston, Texas slam. I guess just a Texas slam in general, but all right, we're gonna let this guy go. There's a fish blowing up on the shoreline. That's the second time I've heard him. Looked back and I saw him up there. So off this little dude goes. And I'm gonna hook back up and see what else we can catch. Well, y'all check that out, people. We just got done waiting. That is a stringer of flounder right there, plus a bonus trout on the end. We caught a couple more keeper flounder that I went ahead and let go, and then another keeper trout. Christian caught another keeper trout that we didn't keep either. But 3 good flounder, all around 18 inches, and then a good 15 and a half, 16 inch trout. It was a good day. We honestly left the fish biting. Probably could have stayed out there and caught a few more, but we don't need any more, and it's getting late, like I said. So I'll see you guys back at the house because I'm gonna take one of these home, and I'm either gonna cook up the trout or the flounder, and we're gonna see what type of dish we can prepare. So stay tuned, and let's get right into the catch and cook. All right, so today we're gonna be making Parmesan crusted flounder. Now we're gonna start by going over the ingredients. First thing first, we're gonna have some mayonnaise. Then we're gonna move on down to the panko breadcrumbs. You could use any type of breadcrumbs. Panko is the only ones I had, so that's what I'm using. Then we're gonna go over to the Parmesan, and this is just grated Parmesan, so you don't have to do it yourself. Then for our spices, we're gonna have garlic powder and just a seafood seasoning. Any type of Cajun seasoning will work. And then some parsley flakes. This really doesn't give it flavor, but it does give it color. And then of course, our flounder. You could use any fish. Obviously, this is what we caught. Now before we get into mixing everything up, I just went ahead and turned on my oven so it could start to preheat. I put it at bake and at 425. While that's heating up, we're gonna go ahead and start by making our breadcrumb mixture. So this is gonna be just 1 part panko breadcrumbs and then 1 part Parmesan cheese. Now this next part is where the parsley flakes come into play. Like I said earlier, these are for color, not really for flavor. If you want more flavor from it, I'd recommend using fresh parsley, although it's not really going to taste like much. And then I went ahead and mixed it up so whenever I go to add the fish, it'll be nice and evenly coated. So here are our flounder fillets right here. Now I just went ahead and chose one top and one bottom fillet for each person because there's 3 of us eating. Alright, so the next step is to start coating our fish in mayonnaise because this is the ingredient that is going to help the breadcrumb and Parmesan mixture stick. Now if you're a grown man that is scared of mayonnaise, so this is about to deter you from making this recipe, all I can tell you is just to go ahead and grow up because I promise you, you're not going to be able to taste the mayonnaise once it is cooked. I just went ahead and kept coating the fish, and there's really no specific amount of mayonnaise to put on. You just want enough so you have everything completely covered, but you don't want to put on like a thick half-inch layer of mayonnaise because that will keep the breadcrumb and Parmesan mixture from getting nice and hardened up. Once you get done coating it in mayonnaise, it's now time to season the fish. So the first thing we're going to go with is a little bit of garlic powder, and you can really use any seasoning you want like I said before, but I do recommend the garlic. Then we're going to go ahead and move on to the coastal seafood blend, which is basically just a Cajun seasoning. You could use just salt and pepper instead of this, but I just like to give it a little extra kick. Now once it is seasoned up, we go straight into the breadcrumb mixture. So I put it obviously mayonnaise side down and then pat it down with my hand to make sure that it gets evenly coated with Parmesan and breadcrumbs, as you can see right there. I just went ahead and repeated this with the rest of my fillets, making sure to pat them down to get them evenly coated because this is one of the most important parts. So before you lay it in your pan, obviously you're going to want to make sure to spray it down to keep the bottom side of that fish from sticking. And once you're done with that, it should look something like this. Now I went ahead and sprinkled some extra Parmesan on top of everything because I just wanted to make sure it had a really good crust. So once you get all your fish coated and thrown in the pan, it is now time to put it in the oven. All this recipe takes is around 10 to 12 minutes, and I went ahead and set mine for 10 because these fillets are not super thick. Just like that, our 10 minutes is up in 3, 2, 1, and now it's time to go ahead and turn on the broiler. And all you're looking for here is for your fish to get a nice golden brown, which should only take about 2 to 3 minutes, but you really need to watch it because it can burn super quick. After the 2 minutes were up, I went ahead and pulled the fish out, and I'd say that right there is perfect. It has the perfect golden brown crust on it, just like we wanted. Nothing burnt, nothing undercooked though, and we're gonna go ahead and plate this up. I just went ahead and served this up with rice and green beans to keep it simple, so I'll show you all the finished product in just a second, and then I'll see y'all for the taste test. Alright, the fish is done. We're going to give it a taste right here. I'm just going to go in for a little piece right off the side. So what I did was I ended up turning the broiler on for about 2 minutes after the fish was pretty much done, just to give it that crust on top. Let's go for it. Well, let me tell you what, that right there is really good. I think I've made this one time before, but I don't know if I put the breadcrumbs on it. Either way, Parmesan crusted fish is definitely a really good recipe that I recommend all of you to try out. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're not already. If you are, thank you guys so much. And until next time, peace.